Welcome back. Let us push onwards. So this is going to be kind of a chill episode, mostly because I'm in between currently trying to kill off Dancer. I'm getting close. I'm getting very close, actually. But I also kind of need it to be more of a chill episode. I can't go on longer than expected because I really need to go sleep, essentially. Well, with that being said, I also kind of want to slow down a little bit because I still feel the effects of last episode. Like, when I was doing the commentary, I was emotional about it because I felt bad. I felt bad about giving such bad freaking content. Or such a bad video. I hated it. Hated it so much. I think I almost got emotional during the goddamn commentary. I felt it coming. It didn't quite get there, but I felt it. It was there. It was ready. I think it was like tears or something. I don't know. That may sound a bit much. It sounds a bit much to me. I don't usually cry over anything. But I felt so bad. I felt so bad. But I guess it's nothing to worry about now. I can't change it, so best to move on. Yeah, man. Okay, man. Oh, crap. Crap. Kill. No. Die. Wonderful. So, I did just finish... Yeah, I want this to be a chill episode, so we're going to be talking about some just chill stuff. Some relaxing stuff. So, I just finished Squid Game for the first time. Squid Game. And I know it's been out for like at least like a year or something. I don't know. I never got around to watching it in the past. But I watched it now, and it was really good. I will say, I think Alice in Borderland is just a better version of it. The games are more complex, the strategies to beat said games are more interesting, the characters, I feel, are more interesting. The only boon, I think, that Squid Game has over... What's it called? Over Alice, is the fact that there's nothing I'm particularly against in the show. Like, people get roughed up and there's violence, but I'm fine with that. Whereas in Alice, there is assault of a sexual nature. Well, attempted. Not actually, but attempted. So that's the one thing Squid Game has over it, is that it doesn't include that crap. I do hate that crap, as many long-time people, well, I guess, many long-time people will know. I bring it up every, I don't know, few months whenever I'm reading something that has it in, or watching something that has it in. I just avoid it at all costs. Because I ain't dealing with that crap. Hell no. But that being said, Squid Game. So, I think my favourite game was... What was my favourite game? No, I don't even know why I'm questioning this. It was the bridge game. The bridge game was the best. I talked about this with one of my colleagues about which one I think. Well, I don't know if I talked about it. I mentioned him. I don't think we ever got around to answering. Which one do I think I could do? As far as the games are concerned, they are very simple. The problem is, I don't think I have the reflexes to stop and stay still for when I need to, for concerning red light, green light. So I don't think that one's on the table. Squid Game, I probably could do that. In fact, I definitely could do that. I don't mind killing someone to win. I could definitely do that. So that one's really high on the list. The bridge game is up in the air, honestly. I think I could do it, but I'd have to... It would very much rely on, I guess, what answer I would pick and what would be left if I, like, hesitated to grab something. Grab a vest to see what number I am. I would, myself, go for, like, a middle number, maybe, like, 10. It's not too high, but it's also not too low. And if you don't know the rules of the game, it's a good number to go for. Granted, 6 or 7 is decent, but they're too far in the middle, if you will. If it's high up, like if it's the higher number you are, the better you're going to be in the game. You're going to want something high, but you don't want it too high, because then you risk, you need to be towards the bottom, you're at a disadvantage. Like a massive one. Whereas if you pick 10, pretty decent, you know, neutral number, if you will. But I don't think I'd pick the bridge one to try to survive. See, I don't trust the biscuit one. I really don't trust it. Because, yeah, it looks simple, and it is simple. The problem is one mistake and you're dead. And that's biscuit. Well, not... It's not really biscuit. I'm not sure what it's called specifically. But I know what it is called. Out of my league.
Well, this is a... What do you...
I do not have to...
How intriguing. Very well. Indeed. How... What clue so that in the... Well... Very... I am...
I really have enough intelligence to direct you back to my place, really? Wow, okay. And then the annual... Yeah, you don't need all that, right? Yeah, no, of course not. Yeah, so I wouldn't trust the bridge game. I wouldn't want to try to play that one. I don't trust it. I also don't want to try the biscuit one. So that leaves me with... I also didn't say red light. So that leaves me with Tug of War and the final one, which is Squid Game. I believe that's all of them. Oh no, there's also the marbles. I think I could do the marbles, but that one's very luck-based. Granted, I do have spouts of being able to guess loads of crap in just quick succession for no reason whatsoever. So I guess it would depend. I might do good in it, but I also probably will do very bad. So I think the obvious choice for me is the final game, Squid Game, because yes, I think I could probably do decently at the Tug of War, but that one, unlike Squid Game, relies heavily on your partners. It's not just your own skill, and whilst I don't think my skill is too high to begin with, having it rely even more on others than myself is just a recipe for disaster. Plus, I'm already kind of antisocial and anxious. I would not pick a team very fast, and I'd be left with essentially the rejects. So I would be pretty screwed. Crap. Yeah, so I don't think Tug of War would be the best for me. Even though I think it was one of my favourite games whilst watching the show. I really enjoyed Tug of War. Now, so if I could keep guessing where he's going. Aha! I can! Wait a minute. Do the after images stay? No, they don't. Crap! Wrong one. Are you the right one? You are the right one! Okay! That was really good! I didn't think I'd actually get through that. Crystal Sage isn't hard, but he can be a bitch. Just because of all his jumping around and teleporting and crap and making after images. Or making clothes. It can be a real pain sometimes. I do also want to mention my level is higher than last time because whilst I was fighting the dancer, I didn't level up anything by souls, but I did use Yol, I think it is, to draw out my strength. I believe I showed you how to draw out your strength with Yol. You just have to die, and then whenever you die, he will let you increase your skills. He does it 5 times. So I increased my health to 25, and then I got 1 more in dexterity. So that's why my health is up there. And also why my dexterity is a bit up. I needed the health because Dancer would kill me in 2 hits without an ember. Granted, she might still kill me in 2 hits without an ember. I can't quite remember. I only fought her, I think, once after my upgrades, and then I decided, well, I'm running out of time. I really need to record an episode today. I did intend to go through the swamp area more and just completely finish that area off, but I guess we're going towards Cathedral now. Okay, didn't quite mean to do all this, but it's fine. It's fine. Just go where Dark Souls takes you, honestly. It's what I like to do. Dark Souls 3 specifically, I love to do that. Like, typically the best thing to do would be to stay in one area, basically dissect it, get everything you can from said area, and then move on to the next. But Dark Souls 3 is just such a big world, and all of it is so good that I just don't mind just transferring to area to area. Granted, even with that said, I do still do sections, if you will. So, like, I would consider everything up to the church. Like, we're coming up to the church now, but I will show you where it is. Everything up to the church, like the church, you know, this whole road there, the swamp, and then the Farron Keep, I would consider that all one section. So I do definitely do sections fully. I do dissect them before I move on. Granted, there is one bit in Farron Keep specifically where I leave until later on when I'm stronger. It's a bit weird. If you remember, if you did watch last episode, or I guess it would be the episode before that. No, it was, it's not last episode, it was the episode before that, where I was going around Farron Keep and I was dying a lot. If you remember, there was the massive freaking, I forgot what it's called specifically, but it's got like a goat skull head. There was a massive one of those. There's 3 of them, got in one item. I'm pretty sure you don't even need the item, you need to kill one of the 3, and they actually have a good item on them. I believe it's like some kind of bow. I've never really done it because, well, there's 3 of them and they're horrible to fight in singles. Never mind a pack. Okay? I don't want to deal with that. That sounds like a lot of damn work. Sounds like a lot of pain. But that aside, let us continue onwards. This is a great spot. Ah, crap! I missed him. I missed. I didn't mean to miss. Well, that's probably already known. You don't exactly mean to miss whenever you try to drop someone. Whenever you try to plunge someone. Oh, crap. Don't pull out the goddamn knives. You're a barbarian. Come on. Come on. Get back onto the topic of Squid Game because I do want to talk about it a bit more. I think my favourite character was likely, I don't know, the main girl, like the main girl who was in it, the quiet one, she was awesome. She was cool, mysterious, looked beautiful, but she was awful as a teammate. She was goddamn awful. She didn't help communicate very well, she was very off-putting, she freaking barely said a word. Like, you need to verbalize, woman, please. Now, I think it came to a head in her fight with, well, not fight, but her game with the other girl, the Marbles game. She barely said a goddamn word unless she was spoken to first. Like, goddamn. She just was so off-putting, if you will. Her lack of teamwork made it very, very hard to like her. Granted, I still did, because she did still help out. Like, she still very much grew to care for the dude. I saw them as like a father-daughter situation. I reckon she's like, what, 20-ish in the show? I don't know how old the actress is, but I reckon in the show she's around like 20, 22-ish. He's probably in his 40s, I believe. So I saw it as like a father-daughter situation. I wanted so bad for them two to get out, and for freaking her and her brother to go live with him. And for him, you know, they would have had all the money, so they could have bought a big house for all of them. And then his daughter could go stay with him sometime. She'd have like a new sister and a new brother. Oh my god, it would have been adorable. Okay, I love families. Like, families like that. Love it. So much fan family. I understand. I do understand. Fan family is a very big, very beloved trope in books and media, and I do understand it. I love it. Granted, there is one found family I am kind of iffy on. That, of course, is the Straw Hats. I love the Straw Hats to death. Okay, I adore each and every single one of them. Even Usopp, and he's my least favourite, but I still adore him. The problem is, I don't want 2 members specifically to be a found family, that being Nami and Luffy, because I want them to get together at the end of the series. God, do I want it so much that she just balances him out so well. She keeps track of him, and he's insane. He's literally bonkers. He needs someone to keep him grounded, and that's what Nami does, and it's just perfect. This is the reason I don't like Hancock. She would indulge him so goddamn much. He would do anything, and she would enable it.
Please.
That is not the kind of person Luffy needs. Okay? Luffy needs someone to keep him grounded and keep him on track. Like, granted, when the cards are down, when it's serious, he gets shit done. And I love him for that. I adore that aspect of him. I adore every aspect about him. But when he's not focused on something, he's dumb as hell. And he needs Nami there to help direct him. Okay? She's his navigator, hopefully not just off the ship, but in life.
Welcome, host.
Okay?
Very
I need
well.
those two together.
Then take.
But besides from that, I love the fan family thing. Like Fairy Tail, I love that crap. Don't necessarily love the power jumps, because there is power jumps. I'm not going to call it power of friendship, but there is big power jumps.
Farewell, maiden.
Even though, yeah, I love it so much. Now the whole freaking brotherly rivalry between Gray and Natsu, I do think it gets a bit out of hand. Like, you don't need to push it this much into them freaking hating each other. Like, E&D versus Demon Slayer Gray. I don't know, it's just... It kind of that whole sequence brings about problems that I have. I had 2 of them? Brings about, shows the problems I have with the series. That's E&D, and that's Demon Slayer Gray. Urza's already been beat to crap. She's been beat to hell. She wears her katana armor, I forgot what it's called, but a dual katana freaking bandage armor when she's low on mana, because it's less taxing, which means she was low on magic, and yet she jumped right in the middle of them and somehow tanked a blow from both of them. It's just... at least I understand wanting cool moments for characters. Like, I want cool moments for my characters as well in my own story. I adore specific moments that I want to implement into said story, but they have to work for the story. Like, if you need to, have her show up, but don't have her get in the middle of the blow. Have her show up right in between the both of them, and they both pull back their attacks. Maybe it backfires on the both of them, so they each get hit with their own attack, if you will. Like, just the sight of her in that state crying makes them stop, which it would. Natsu knows she does not cry. He doesn't let her cry. The first time he saw her cry, I'm pretty sure, was in Jalal's tower, and he ate poison to make sure she didn't cry again. That's what ethereal is. It's poison, essentially. He somehow ate poison, burned through it to find the fire magic, and then beat Jalal into oblivion. It's my favourite scene in all of Fairy Tail. The scene specifically where he says, "You made Urza cry," whilst hitting him through the ground, is my favourite scene in all of Fairy Tail. And I have a lot of good scenes in Fairy Tail. The Grand Magic Games, I love basically every single aspect of that entire thing. When Natsu invades... God, what's it called? When he invades Sabretooth's frickin' place, I adore that. When he's on the wheel thing with Gargiel and Sting, and he's talking about how everyone waited, how they put up with so much crap, how they put up being basically thrown out of their home, all because they believed in Fairy Tail. They believed in their friends and believed they would come back. And Natsu and Gargiel and everyone else is there because of them. They're there to prove that all the waiting they did was worth it. Everything they put up with, it wasn't for nothing. And they recognized the pain they all went through. And they want to give back for everything they endured. I adore every aspect of that scene. It's beautiful. And yet nothing for me tops the way Natsu feels about Urza crying. He doesn't allow it. He doesn't let it happen. She is strong. She is powerful in his eyes. And seeing her like that, it broke him. He never wants to see her like that. So I think if you dropped her in crying, it would stop the both of them. Even if he's in E&D, I think seeing her cry would break him out of it. Because that's what happens. He does see her cry, and that does break him out of it. You just need to get rid of the whole her stopping the both of them punching scene. And it would be perfect. I don't think it would beat the, her crying bit in the freaking tower, Heaven's Tower, if you will. I can't remember what it's called specifically. But I think it still would have been far better than it was. Also, Makarov dying, keep that. Listen, I love Fairy Tail, as I've stated, and I've just given you a few examples of scenes I love. But the fact no one dies, no one in importance, let me specify. And when I say importance, I mean has been in the show for an extended period of time, and we've seen them interact with characters in the current moment. I'm basically saying all that to stipulate that Igneel doesn't count. We haven't seen him for... Well, he hasn't been in the main story for basically the entirety of the series. We've seen him in flashbacks, we've seen him in a weird volcano-looking place, but he hasn't been there with Natsu whilst he's been at Fairy Tail. And that's why I'm specifying anyone of importance who's been there. Like, I need one of the Fairy Tail members to die. Gray, Kana even, Mira. Is it Mira? Mira Jane, not Mira. Yeah, Mira Jane. Not Elfman. Sorry about that weird cut. I freaking coughed and it was awful, and I died. So I had to cut all that out. Yeah, so Elfman is not allowed to die because I love him and Evergreen. I love them together. They're my second favourite ship in Fairy Tail. That's one thing Fairy Tail does well. Ships, it's really good at that. I don't like some of them. Specifically, the ones I don't like are Gajiel. I don't know why I say Gajiel, because they're my favourite. Gajiel and Levy, I love them together. They're my favourite ship of all time. Actually, maybe second favourite of all time. I think Shikamaru and Tamari take it. But, now who was I thinking about? Gray and Juvia. Hate that, because he basically ignores her for most of the series. He doesn't deserve her, because he's just awful for what he did to her, ignoring her for most of the series. And then the other one I don't like is Urza and Jalal. Now listen, am I wrong for that one? Maybe. I admit it's a very big bias for that one. Not bias in the way you're probably thinking, though. The reason I don't like them two together is because of the same reason that Natsu doesn't like seeing her cry. I see Urza as strong and powerful and a force of nature even in the series, because she just cannot be stopped when she really wants something. Like, when she really goes at something, she will not be stopped no matter how much she is beat down. And it's amazing to see her, like, freaking do so much, be so powerful. It's wonderful. The problem is Gajiel. Not Gajiel, but Jalal. Whenever Jalal is around, she loses her strength. Everything about her strength disappears immediately. She's no longer strong, she's no longer powerful, she's no longer brave. She is just... She just becomes so weak. And it's horrible to see. Because this is a woman who's, for most of the series, is likely stronger than Natsu. Or at least for the first part of the series. I truly do not believe she's anywhere close to Natsu in the later parts. But she's kept pretty evenly with him. Which means she is one of the strongest members of Fairy Tail. And yet whenever he is around, she's less powerful than someone like Jet, than someone like Levy. And I love Levy, but she is not that strong. she just becomes so enamored and so weak and so fragile whenever he's around. It makes me hate him. Because I don't want to see her like that. Like, she could take care of so many problems if he just wasn't around. She would be so much stronger. Like, I understand it's very selfish of me to feel this way. She deserves someone like that to be, you know, relaxed and comfortable around. It is very, very selfish. But still, I don't like the way it works. Like, you can still be strong around the one you like. Natsu does it all the time. He is strong for his friends and specifically for Lucy. You have an example in Natsu right there. He doesn't lose any strength when freaking Lucy's around. He gets stronger for her. You can do the exact same thing for Urza and Jalal, even though I still don't like Jalal. I have forgiven him for what he did at Heaven's Tower. I did forgive him for that because I do think he makes up for it. But that doesn't take away from the fact I just don't like him as a character because of what he does to Urza. Specifically, the way he makes her weak when freaking he's around. I just don't care for it at all. Now then, let us clear this out. Oh, no, okay. No. Oh, crap. Okay, you're dead. Why was I going on about Fairy Tail? I kind of forgot. I was on about Squid Game for a bit. I can't quite remember. I think it was something decent. I don't know. I can't remember. Fan families. I was on about fan families. Yes, that's what I was on about. Honestly, I can't think of any other good fan families I've read or watched. I can't think of any. The only ones I can really think of are just normal families that are already, you know, families. It's not really found. Doesn't really fit my criteria, if you will. No. Do I really want to... I'm pretty sure this is not good at all. No, not worth it. Just a shield, and a crap one at that. It's fine. Oh crap. Oh crap. Okay. No, not the dark hand! Don't dark hand me! Oh, you dick. Oh crap. Come on. There we go. Okay. Sage coal, very nice. I don't really want to go down here. Guess I should show what's down here. Yes, I can't think of any other fan families, specifically. Black Bulls. Black Bulls are the perfect example, actually. Because... Oh, no, wait, no. No, they are the perfect example. Because it is a found family. But they solve my Straw Hat problem. Because the members do like it. Well, specifically 2 members that I really want together do like each other. Well, at least one likes the other one. God damn it, Asta, please get a clue. Noelle's already there. She's already realised her feelings for you. You just need to do the same. So that does solve my Straw Hat problems, I guess. I can't put them above Straw Hats myself because Straw Hats just individually take it. Even though I do prefer the relationship of Noelle and Asta over Luffy and Nami. But that's mostly just because the two actually, well, at least one of them acknowledges they have feelings for the other one. If suddenly Nami starts going like, oh, I really like Luffy, and starts acting like it, well, I may start switching sides. Yeah, this can't can't drop this. Plus, I just like the Straw Hats more than some of the Black Bulls. Don't get me wrong, I love both teams. I love both groups. But I think Straw Hats just individually are a bit better. Like, if you think about the worst one of Straw Hats, at least for me personally, it would be Usopp, but the worst one of the Black Bulls is... Oh god, is it Henry? I don't want it to be Henry, but I really don't... Henry's fine. I don't feel one way or the other about him. But that's kind of not a good thing if I can't even concentrate on what I feel about him. Magna, I'm so proud of Magna. I'm so proud of him. I'm not going to spoil you what happens in the manga, but in the Spade Kingdom arc, if you've read it, you know what happens, you know what he does. I'm so proud of him. It always makes me mad how much he is, like, left at, and how much he, like, is left behind, if you will. Like, they even showed it in the training. He wasn't able to cut it, so they had to send him back. Oh, crap. That's a crab. Please, friend? There we go, friend. Yes, it... Oh, crap. Friend? Anywhere with a white tree, the giant will shoot arrows. And so long as you don't use the white branch he gave you, you don't have to worry about him shooting you with said arrows. Wonderful! Lingering Dragon Crest Ring. Crown of Dusk. Dusk. This is, loads of people theorize, and are probably right, that this is where Oolacile used to be. And also, I guess, in comparison with that, it's also where the garden, or the forest used to be, Shaded Woods, I think it's called. No, Shaded Woods is in Dark Souls 2. You know what I mean, the forest where you climb the ladder from the Hydra. Because that's where Oolacile is. Oolacile is just there, but in the past. Everything is, like, linked. And the timeline's all weird. I think... No, wait, no, you still mess with time in this one. Yeah, so Dark Souls seems to have a thing with DLCs where you're either going forward, going backwards, going forwards in time, go backwards in time, or you're going into a painting. Because in this one, I think you do a bit of both. I think you first go backwards in time to Ring City, and then you go forwards in time in Ring City, and then you go to a painting in the painting one. Don't get me wrong, they're both awesome. Just saying, it's a bit weird. Yeah, let's go up here. So, I think that's everywhere out there cleared up. I think that's pretty much everything I needed to do in those areas. I do have access to the cathedral now, Cathedral of the Deep. I could do that. How much is my... Okay. Oh, crap, don't get in the way of them. I really should have done this in the start of the video, but I want to apologise again for freaking leaving out so much, not recording my audio for the last video. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Screw that, I ain't making that again. Hell no. It's just, oh god, I feel so bad about it still. Just because it was really shitty of me. I keep saying that word. I've said it quite a bit. But I guess I don't have anything to monetize, so I guess I don't have to worry about swearing for the time being. So that's good, I guess. A perk of being small? I don't know if I like that perk. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to push onward. So I will leave things there, I think. Yeah, I'm definitely going to leave things there. Hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. I'll see you all later, and goodbye.